Hello everybody and welcome to A Good Death, a Skyrim Permadeath series where the difficulty is always set to legendary and each new character is all randomly rolled. So, if this sounds good to you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hang on to your butts, right? I just realized that I loaded up the wrong profile, so this stream is off to a great start. This was my druid profile. Let's go to my Bard Day 13 profile. Let's see, I see Magus. Welcome, friend. I see Icarus. Hello, good morning to you as well. Caladran. Welcome, welcome. I put your latest video on my watch later list. It's about 4 deep. I add them as I see them. It's not preference. But no, I actually enjoy seeing Kosh again. Up to his old hijinks. Let's see, we have Keith's sermon. Good morning, afternoon to you as well. It is still morning here for another 55 minutes. It's been overcast, kind of dark, cold for this area. And kind of rainy, which we desperately need the rain. Skyrim acting funny on me here. Why is my toolbar still showing up there? There we go. Now we're at it. All right. Okay. All right. Maldorath. Macadamia. How's it going, buddy? 53 here. Yeah, it's about the same when I woke up this morning here, so odd that we're actually having the same temperature. It is 50... Waiting for my phone to update. 58. I think it's going to be like 63, 64 today. All right, let's see here. What are we up to? Well, we are still doing Radiant quests for the college, and it looks like my quest text is updated, so that's good. Day 13, I hope that is not an omen. A lot of people think that 13 is the unlucky number. We'll try to buck that, I think. Buck that. 54 and rainy there, and you are in California, right? West Coast? Maldorath, if I remember correctly. So let's see here. We are looking for some Shalador's writing. That's going to be kind of close to the Kronvanger Cave, maybe the Elder Gleam Sanctuary, but this is not actually on an interior somewhere. This looks like it's out in the open world, so not quite sure where that could be. I don't know that I've ever seen that pop up in the overworld.
Thank goodness.
Whoops.
I've been wandering alone for so long, I thought I'd never see another soul again.
Okay, calm down. Tell me what happened.
I was kidnapped by these bandits.
This is actually like a reasonable area to find this frightened woman.
And slip out while the guards slept, but now I'm completely lost. Can you help me, please?
Yeah, there's a town nearby in that direction. You can actually see it from here. I don't know why you're asking me for directions, because there is literally Darkwater Crossing right there.
Oh, thank you. But I should be fine now that you've shown me the way. But those bandits have to be stopped. They're at Mistwatch. Here, let me show you on your map. If you can stop them, you'll be a true hero.
Mistwatch, huh? That is south of us. Yeah, it's pretty close, actually. Just right there. Maybe we'll try to take care of that. Maybe not. I mean, our bard here is not really super compelled to be a hero, I don't think. Maybe if it makes a good story, which it could. Right now we're more focused on tying up all the loose ends for the college before we move on to the companions, I think. Some kind of dwarven thing over here. Now, as far as threats, we're mostly just going to see wolves. Let's go ahead and clean up the threatening wildlife of the immediate area outside Darkwater there. Make traveling a little bit less dangerous. Only going to take the ingredients for alchemy here. San Francisco, okay. She's a follower of Sheogorath and she's learned not to trust her own eyes. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Oh, there's a dragon. Have we fought a dragon yet? I don't think that we have. It's going to make for an interesting challenge. Let's try to keep our distance. I don't think that Duras has even encountered a dragon before. Boy, day 13 is the exact right time to go do this, huh? Well, he's curious about this dwarven structure up here, and we do actually have Arniel's Endeavor quest, and we need to gather 10 Dwemer cogs for Arniel. I don't want to present myself as a tasty snack on a buffet platter here. So let's just go find Shalador's writing, shall we? Let's discuss dragon strategy, though. Do I have anything that I can use as a ranged weapon? I don't actually think so. I have plenty of... Ooh, excuse me. I have plenty of resist fire and frost potions and even magic. I have even more in the regular inventory that I can use. I have poisons that I can use if I can get him to land. I do have a lesser ward that I learned from Tolfdir at the beginning of the college quest line, but the bard is not actually skilled in restoration. I don't have any scrolls I can use. Very harsh lesson. Illusory flames might work. I might just have to rely on... Lucian. I think he's got a bow and arrow, and he's got some staves that he can use. Just try to stay alive while he grounds the dragon, I suppose. What else do I have? Just a bunch of illusion spells that work mainly against lesser enemies. I do have a firebolt spell, but I only use that to teach to Lucian. Yeah, I have like nothing else. I could also pop out a Dremora to run interference for the both of us. Now if I had Discord or if I had Spectral Missiles, they're both Forgotten Magic Redone spells that cause damage directly. I do have a Discord, or not a Discord, a Cursed Rune that deals damage, but I don't have a lot of cast range on the rune itself, and I need the dragon to be close to a surface, and if he's flying through the air, that's no good, right? Oh yeah, Happy New Year, huh? It is a New Year's Eve stream. Does anybody have any fun plans for New Year's Eve? I don't think I'm going out anywhere. There's we have some friends who always do this crazy over-the-top theme party for New Year's Eve, and that's just not my scene, you know? There's usually a lot of drinking, and I don't drink, and there's a lot of loud music, and I don't like loud music. Okay, now giants we can handle, because they are grounded. We can actually affect them with illusion spells. You guys don't mind if I just like come in here and like go through your shit, right? Some nice stuff in here. Siphoning, absorb 10 points of magicka. I don't know if I have that enchantment, but I'm taking it. Definitely want to get Shalador's Insight. Glass bow. Lucian might like that, and I can enchant it for him. You guys all good? Alright. Okay. Now, Dawnbreaker is a formidable sword, even against non-undead. It's mostly effective against undead. It does 40 points of burn damage, which is great. Inflicts additional fire damage when first striking undead foes. So you're going to get most of your effectiveness against undead. But let's see, that's doing 63 damage, base damage, plus 40 points of fire. The other option that I have, that was Red Mountain's Rage. Target burns for 5 points per second until combat ends. So potentially, if combat takes a long time, this could end up doing more damage. 5 points per second is nothing to sneeze at. After 10 seconds, it's going to do an extra 50 damage, whereas Dawnbreaker does 40 every time you land a blow. Otherwise, damage is far reduced in Red Mountain's Rage here. This one does 63, so that is another 14 points of base damage. So I'll probably just stick with Dawnbreaker for the time being, especially with a dual wield setup. I'm landing blows really quickly with that dual wield power attack there. Now that Red Mountain's Rage is a self-enchanted item. Just kind of Dunmer themed. Alright, what are we doing here? We are going to make our way up to Winterhold now to talk to Urag. See if we can get any more Radiant quests from him. Let's make sure I don't have any more collection quests. Or any other books that he needs. Now I don't know of any accessible Dwemer ruins. There's one up here that you do for the Thieves quest line. I'm not sure if that's even open outside of that quest, but it's kind of on the way, I guess. All right, let's kind of slink away from this dragon over here. That dragon is stationed at Bone Strewn Quest.
Resolving the big questions in life, or is it discuss?
Discuss. That dragon is stationed at Bone Strewn Crest, and that place actually has a lot of history. There were some hard-fought battles there involving orcish strongholds and things like that. Now the lore makes it seem a bit more grand than Skyrim makes it out to be, just because it's like a word wall on a hill. But apparently there was like a quite large orcish stronghold up there that they fought the Nords for in quite the battle back in the day. All right, we're getting a little damp here, but it's all in the name of remaining uneaten by giant flying reptiles. Okay, so now, let's see. That dwarven ruin is generally in the hills on the north side, north face of the mountain range over here to the left. I hear a bear. Oh, he's all the way down there. Why don't you calm down there, bud? He also seems severely injured. This is more in the way of self-preservation than it is mercy, but I could see a more benevolent traveler putting this bear out of his misery if he was that low on health, if he were that injured, you know? I just don't want to end up getting flanked by a cave bear if we end up taking like a spider head on. Now, I've seen spiders over here. on this road. Also wolves and also bears, so we got to be ready for that. Can you improve the fury? If I recall correctly, you have honed metal in this list, correct? Yes, but I am not going to use it because that makes the class too strong, in my opinion. I have honed metal in there just because it's a nice option for roleplay, but I find that doing like a gameplay balance playthrough, which is largely what I'm going for with this permadeath stuff, it's not so balanced because it gives you access to master level smiths at level 1. And if you end up not being like a smithing character, then you have access to a skill that you wouldn't otherwise have in that class. So with these classic classes and birth signs, each class has 5 or 6 skills that they use, and I try to restrict my gameplay to just that. Honed metal gives us access, but it also, you know, makes us too strong. So I'm trying to do it without. Ooh, we have potential victim over here, huh? Ah, the drug dealer. You know, we're usually pretty good with skooma dealers. In fact, Duras.
Problem solved.
Duras likes a bit of skooma. He would have gladly paid for it, but since he was attacked, Vanguard plate gauntlets, could enchant those. Since he was attacked, you know, he's gonna help himself to these wonderful little party favors here. There you go. Loud noises. It's your sister's birthday. Looks like Magus is celebrating the incoming new year with hot wing, pizza, shrimp, and relaxing, maybe some champagne. There you go. Sounds nice. Pick up pizza and stay in. That's my kind of New Year's Eve right there. I'm also gonna need to comfort the dog. There are usually some fireworks going on around here around New Year's Eve, so that kind of stuff really drives my dog nuts, so I feel bad leaving her to go to a party that I'm not really going to enjoy anyway, right? And welcome, Haster. Welcome, welcome. Are you running CACO in this? I forget. I don't believe so. No, I'm not running CACO. That, it does too many things. There are certain things that I really like about it, but it reaches too far. Its tentacles go too deep. There's a lot of patching that I don't like. And it changes a lot of the ingredients effects for a lot of the ingredients, and
We're here to teach you a lesson. This'll teach you not to take
crap.
to you.
Oh my gosh, I died from poison or something. Wow, I did not even see my my life bar just being deleted there. What the heck happened? Good thing I had the lover stone going on there. Wow, I don't even know what happened there. There must have been some kind of enchantment or some kind of spell I got hit with, right? Get some of this stuff for enchanting fodder. What got me? Executioner's Iron War Axe reduces the cost of your power attacks. No, that wasn't it. But that could be a useful enchantment. I don't know, maybe I was... Does Lucian have
What's on your
something?
mind? Sure, let's trade.
Greater Staff of Vipers. Poisonous Wind does 50 points per second to living targets. He hit me with the damn staff.
All right then.
Lucian, you killed me. You literally killed me. Please be more careful next time. Cheese and rice. Reason I ask is I'll be using it and looking for a master list of CACO potions, poisons for my coming character. Yeah, no, that was a little, that's a little too much for me. My studies are still ongoing for just vanilla potions and stuff. And with Ordinator, things already become very strong in alchemy. I do like CACO with the fact that it expands alchemy in a lot of ways, right? It does kind of balance it out a little bit too by getting rid of the instant healing effects of health potions. CACO adds some like damage undead effects that that cover a lot of the gaps in vanilla alchemy. And kind of it's probably actually more balanced than vanilla, I would say. But things get messy when you start talking Ordinator and CACO patches, because there are perks that CACO adds to that tree as well. And while you still stay very powerful, and there are other things that are balanced about it, it kind of denies his tuning, his difficulty tuning, his gameplay tuning, and everything like that. It's still broken as hell. But if you stay with just Ordinator in the vanilla alchemy system, it gets a little messier, I would say. It's not as neat and tidy. But the things like the effect discovery, if you just keep munching ingredients, eventually you'll learn more of the effects. I like that part of it. I like the bombs. The bombs that you can build are excellent, and you can base a build entirely off of that. But yeah, it just does a little more to my game than I want from an alchemy overhaul, you know? We get idiots that shoot in the air around. Yeah, we used to have that too, but in the more civilized areas of this state, we don't get that anymore. If you're out in the desert, then yeah. Does the Loverstone resurrect you? I made a red guard who seems to be immortal. Perhaps I chose Loverstone as her birthstein. Yeah, so if you are running Andromeda, the like full Standing Stone overhaul, not the vanilla plus one, then yes, it does resurrect you like once every 15 minutes or so, I think. I usually try to make a beeline for the Loverstone when I'm doing permadeath for just that reason. That's what I'm looking for, damage over time stuff for the undead. Yeah, I wonder if there's a smaller overhaul that does it. Also, I wouldn't be completely shocked to see Anai himself come up with an alchemy overhaul as well. And I would be all over that. Z the Tired Fool, please ISP gods, let me connect. Hi all. Well, hello. Looks like you're connected at least to chat. I hope the gods hear your pleas over there, Z. Yeah, the bombs I'm also looking at implementing. Yeah, the bombs are awesome. I like the bombs a lot. They take a lot from The Witcher 3, actually, in the crafting and alchemy system there, with a lot of like the different animal fats and everything, and the oils as opposed to the poisons. Pretty cool. Forced to use CACO right now? Oh, because of the Lexi's guide, I'm guessing. It's a hard requirement for that with all the consistency patches, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, if my current list like crashed and burned and I was forced to start over, I'd probably go, I would explore some Wabajaks, and I would be happy to use CACO if, you know, I didn't have to deal with maintaining it and somebody else were in charge of balancing the gameplay, right? I know it's featured in a lot of Wabajak lists. Just the wolf? Oh, and the assassin. This is a high-level assassin here, too. Let's try to cool everybody down here. Take a break. Okay, well, she's done. I'm more concerned about the assassin than I am the wolf, even though it is an ice wolf. And I am even more concerned about freaking Lucian over there causing 50 points of poison damage per second if he misaims that staff. Yeah, hard requirement. The Great Incarnate. Worst case, I'll just use what I find, but character will use archery, one-handed, light armor, pickpocket, lockpicking, sneak, and illusion. So yeah, kind of a rogue character. Plus, you know, pickpocket and lockpicking. Maybe more of a thief with one-handed and illusion. I like it. I like it. And smithing, of course. Yeah, so I find I play a fair amount of vanilla Skyrim on my PlayStation 5, right, with the Anniversary Edition update. I find that if you're playing on high difficulty levels, you have to use crafting. You just have to. There's like no other way around it. Enemies are too spongy and cause too much damage otherwise. You need the help of alchemy. You need the help of enchanting and smithing to get your damage output up to snuff. And some crafting loops also help you achieve that as well. Is that an assassin? It is an assassin. Fighting more ice wolves. So that's the order of the day. 1 assassin and 2 ice wolves. An assassin with a side of ice wolves. Boy, you're really putting the... Oh my god. You dumbass, get the hell out of here. Bad timing, doofus.
Ow!
Yeah, how rude. Did you see that guy? Enchantment fodder. Ooh, that's a nice sword too. Lucian has the two-handed version that he is fond of using. Gotta figure out where these assassins are coming from. Staff is a slow-moving cloud that you can step into without realizing. Okay, so it's not just Lucian misaiming. It's me stepping into the trajectory of it. Good to know. Maybe that isn't the best weapon to give him. I should take that back from him, but I don't know. It's gonna add a little spiciness to the gameplay. We'll see. I might have to remove that from him if it becomes a problem. All right, how is my encumbrance doing here? Getting up there, but we still have some room. Wow, and this snow is just blinding in the sunlight. Yep, roguesque. Trying to stick to more traditional thief with less killing and more sneak confusion stuff. Nice. That's the more pacifist gameplay, even if you're not opposed to killing people if you have to. Can be fun. It adds another wrinkle to it that you normally don't have to deal with. So yeah, it could be fun. Lunar Contact, welcome. Happy Skyrim Saturday and happy holidays all. Nice sentiment. Yes, I will echo that sentiment. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend last weekend too. I was spending time with family, so couldn't stream. Gotta have your priorities, you know? Oh, that is a snow bear. Defuse the situation. Okay, snow bear's going flaccid with a single hand cast of Pacify. I like it. Illusion's getting stronger there. Still good on encumbrance. Okay, I might stop by a couple of the vendors here just to sell some stuff off. And loosen up encumbrance a little bit. Lucian doesn't take advantage of the Nether's follower framework that has the additional inventory. So he's very limited in how much he can carry, unfortunately. Being a somewhat pacifist in Skyrim is quite difficult when every skeever and their mother wants to fight when setting eyes on you. Yeah, right? I feel like there is a skeever pandemic of rabies going on that just makes him ultra aggressive, right? Same with the wolves and everything else.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Even predators out in the wild are going to be very selective about choosing their prey a lot of the times. They don't want to put their lives on the line any more than necessary, and a skeever biting a full-ass grown adult is kind of just a death wish, right? I would even say, like, wolves in Skyrim. It's like, how are there so many of them if they're so aggressive, and everybody in Skyrim knows how to swing a sword properly and or blast fireballs, right? Your mother was a winking skeever and your father smelt of juniper berry meat. A little bit of Holy Grail reference there. I like it. Some Monty Python. You can craft illusion bombs, Magus, but the ingredients are pretty rare.
You've been spending a fair bit of time with Sergius.
That sounds awesome, actually. Yeah, I've barely scratched the surface of CACO
Dare you apply such a thing?
bomb crafting.
Calm down. Why are you
Even though I did
overreacting?
get pretty
I was
deep into the
going to
weeds
ask
on
if the two of you
learning
are
its ingredients and
collaborating
everything
on
before I
research.
decided I liked vanilla better.
I'm sorry, yes. We have been working on something together.
This is why
Pacify,
I avoid being
illusion,
social.
calm an opponent of certain mental fortitude,
Are
pacify,
you looking for
conjuration,
any specific volumes,
conjure a
Stratus?
pacifier in the mouth of foe.
No. Not
Yeah,
really.
same effect, right?
Actually,
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Yep. Hey, I found more of Shalador's work for you.
Excellent. I'll start translating.
I had to chill out with the
Shouldn't take me
giant.
more than a day or two.
Excuse me, I gotta turn a fan on. It's getting pretty warm in here. Thank you. Now watch me get too cold. It's not that warm out. It's like not even 60 degrees out. It's not warm enough for my heater to kick on, actually. So it was pretty cold this morning, but getting kind of warm. Probably the 4090 here. Spitting fire at me. He will kill as sort of a last resort, but archery would be his main combat method when necessary. Daggers, because, well, silent kills. Yes, daggers are the only silent weapon in Skyrim. Let's see. Any progress translating Shalador's work?
I only just got my hands on it. I can only work so quickly.
I couldn't remember if I already gotten you some. Any other college business I can assist with?
There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium.
All right, I'm ready for some adventure.
All right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed.
Yeah, right, all right.
All right.
So, we are looking for a book. What are we looking for here? Cleansing of the Fane. Okay. Ooh, investigate the ruins of Arkantham's. Let's see where this Radiant quest takes us. And if it takes us close to a Dwemer ruin, then we'll dive into that too. But we can also investigate the ruins of Arkantham's, and we might be able to find some Dwemer cogs there. We could also go do the dungeon dive in Markarth. Yeah, I don't see anything else here that would take us into a dwarven dungeon. If we're going past that way too, I might be inclined to hop into Mizulft here, even though we already cleared it out. But we do need Dwemer cogs for Arniel's endeavor. Okay, so where is that Radiant quest taking us here? I don't see the arrow. Oh, here we go. Anselvund, huh? Oh, okay. Well, that could be fun and dangerous. All right, well, that's where we're headed, huh? So this is going to take us past Mizulft. I don't want to spend too much time there. Maybe let's... Because Mizulft is huge. It's already cleared out. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Go through there, scouring it for Dwemer cogs. Let's go ahead and head down to... We'll head down to Windhelm. Oh, crap. And then there's going to be that dragon over here that we're might have to contend with. So let's try to avoid the dragon. If not, we might be forced to fight him. Lucian has some powerful staves, though, that might be effective against him. 11:57 a.m. Okay, let's stop by... Oh, actually, we might be able to sell some stuff to Urag here. Let's stop by the inn. We might be able to sell some stuff off to Nelacar there.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Yeah.
Please make sure your hands are clean before
Sell some stuff off to Nelacar and maybe
right?
Brina. And then we will take a carriage ride down to Windhelm because we've just walked through that whole path and I don't want to retread too much terrain here. Agrius's journal. I can go away. Atronach Forge recipes. I'm going to keep those. Those might actually be useful. Treasure maps. I might have already used treasure map 3, but I'm not sure. Urag's note. All right. Okay. Not a whole lot I could sell him. Are there any other vendors here? Any other vendors? Eleanor. Orthorn. Doofus. I don't see Olivia.
Me.
There might be some teachers upstairs here too. Neria. Ah, Drevis.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward.
Do they say that? Let's see. Do you have...
I shall explain to you the
training to give
mysteries
me?
of the outer realms.
I have not trained yet, and it looks like I have a lot of gold here. Let's tear through all that. 14,000 septums I've spent on training. Good golly. Good. All right.
Take a look.
Might be able to get some of that back depending on what I have to sell him. Minor alchemy can go. I have a better necklace back at Ryek's End. Furious Flames. I'm going to use that because Doppelganger can impart some of those status effects. I'm going to keep the soul gems because I'm thinking of enchanting a dagger with soul trap for soul harvesting. Okay, so that's good. How's my encumbrance doing? Yeah, not great, not terrible. Here we go.
Need something?
Mr. B. Oh my God.
Take a look.
I feel like she appeared right in my way there. Battle Axe of Daylight. Definitely going to use that. I'm going to also stop by an enchanter, probably in the Hall of Countenance. In the meantime, I'm going to sell off some of this crap. 201. Oops, I just sold off my damn mortar and pestle. Gotta buy that back. Don't need the horns, the animal bones, that can all go. And keep a 2 septum tip there for you. Oh, let's see. Catch up on chat here. How's everyone? I got a Skyrim decal light up display for Christmas. Ooh, that sounds awesome. I'm doing well. Let's see. The wife got me a bunch of clothes. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts my wife got me here. And she researched a bunch of co-op video games that we can play together. We played It Takes Two this year and finished it, and it was an awesome experience. We had a blast with it. And so we were looking for more games like that, and she found a bunch of them. So that was very cool of her. I just got like gift cards and money and stuff from the other relatives, not much.
Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe.
Oh yeah, what am I doing here? Enchanting. So yeah, it was a pretty good holiday. Mostly pretty chill, I think. Arniel, I don't have any cogs for you just yet, but there is an enchanting table around here somewhere. There we go. I attribute the wolf population to super fast reproduction cycles aided by the inclement weather, which prevents constant hunting. Constant bolt. So the way that sounds is like we just have all these horny ass wolves that can't hunt, so they're just bored, so they're just procreating constantly. That's what that sounds like to me. Urag growth shrub, or as autocorrect calls him, Uruguay growth shrub. Yes. Uruguay, indeed. Cogs at several can be found in Shimmer Mist Cave and the Zinschaleft. Nice. The latency and buffering is killing me here. Have a good one all and a fantastic new year. You too, Z. Sorry it's not working out for you.
See you around.
Nothing to disenchant, so that's not going to save me on a whole bunch here, but I can enchant some stuff here. Now what does more? Do I have a paralysis? No, I don't. Paralysis does the most, enchanting progression. I'm not sure about Absorb Health or Command Daedra. Let's see, 1396 for Absorb Health and 1260. Yeah, so definitely Absorb Health.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep
Banish
us in
is the
touch
best
with
vanilla.
the rest of
Okay,
Skyrim.
so that's like Dismiss Daedra or something, or it is just Banish Daedra. I think you might be right.
The local Nords may not like us very
Now,
much.
both Light and Perception
Don't seem
here,
to mind
I think these are
having
both
access
Summer
to
Mist,
enchanted
but they
weapons
both
and
have
armor.
a static value, so you can get a lot of... It's like water breathing or disease immunity enchantments from vanilla that it like... Using a petty soul has the same enchantment strength as a grand one, so just use the petties on those. Alrighty. Let's go get it. My bad, I meant the weather prevents wolves from constantly being hunted. You are correct on the horny wolf part. Yeah, I knew what you were saying. I just, now I got horny wolves on my mind and had to talk about them, because that's the kind of person I am. All right. So now we're just gonna hitch a ride back to Windhelm so we don't have to retread that common terrain there. And then we'll try to avoid the dragon by taking that east road. If I have to duck into the forest or the Velothi foothills there, then I will to avoid that dragon. But the dragon might be unavoidable. We'll see. Yeah, the big thing about the dragon is getting them to come down. And since we're not Dragonborn, we're not going to have access to the Dragon Ren shout, which is going to make dragon fights very dangerous and difficult. I really need to find either Discord or... Oh, did I find Discord? I feel like I found Discord in a previous stream. I'm getting deja vu here. What about using staves? That might be an option. I'm already using the Sanguine Rose here. If I have Discord, I'm taking that dragon on. I do have Discord. I thought so. Still need spectral missiles. I haven't found that one yet. Oh, Discord doesn't do damage until you take that perk for it, though. All right. Let's try to use Discord as much as possible. I'm going to use Discord instead of Frenzy. And that is 3 clicks on the left D-pad. All right. Okay, cool. I don't think we're ready to take on the dragon yet, but maybe once we get through Anselvund, we'll be able to take the perk that actually does direct damage from Discord. Let me see if I can find exactly what that one is. Forgotten Magic. I think Mystic. Yes. Phantom Pain, maybe? No. Now, Discord is not... I don't think that it's affected by the Master of the Mind perk. You actually have to grab the specific spell perks in order to get that to affect undead and things like that. Deals arcane pain damage to all targets. Phantom Pain. I think that's the one that we want. All right, let's have that at the ready. We need to level this up as fast as possible.
I don't know if I've mentioned,
because we're going to need it for dragon fights.
Like it here.
Big Head, welcome, friend. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you have a fun evening planned out there. Discord is the rune. No, you are thinking of Cursed Rune. Yeah, this is like Fury with damage. Yeah, Cursed Rune is the rune spell. Discord is yeah, you have it. Fury with some other stuff. Spectral Missiles is the correct answer. That's the elemental one that does the multiple shots. That one is good, but it always takes like a fixed percentage of magicka. So you can't cast it all that much. You can't like buff up your magicka pools and just spam it like you can other spells. It always takes like, I don't know, like 10 or 20% of your magicka every time you cast it, so you can really only cast it like 5 times before you run out of magicka. Oh, like this Novus V5 will be full AE with all the CC stuff. Very cool. Yeah, that's still not gonna get me to upgrade. I am pretty staunchly when it comes to Skyrim anyway. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And my list is not broke. It's a little dated. That's okay. It still looks beautiful. It has all the Anirim stuff in there. And I do have the ability to integrate things in there. if I really want them. Where are those whispers pointing me? Not seeing the yellow highlights here. I heard them. I don't see them. And seeing this giant and this mammoth at a full-blown mosey over here makes me feel a little bit safer about imminent dragon attacks anyway. We'll give them a wide berth. No need to fight them. Not every day you see a rabbit climbing a tree. Oh. Did anybody else see that? That might have been the best thing I've ever seen in Skyrim. I'm gonna have to clip that. Oh my god. Broke my list somehow, so I'd say your philosophy is superior. I didn't kill the bunny. I'm not Magus, alright? Oh, there's the dragon. That mammoth is pissed off about something. Well, I mean, the rabbits just aren't equipped for climbing trees, right? That wasn't my fault. It's... I probably shouldn't be laughing, but... that was pretty damn hilarious. Let's give that dragon a wide berth. There's Bone-Strewn Crest up there. That's his perch. I've never killed bunnies, ever. Uh-huh. Hey, if some rabbit is deciding he wants to try to evolve to climb trees and it doesn't work out, then I'm just saying that's Darwinism at its finest right there, right? It barely... it didn't fall very far at all. So not only was it weak, it was also stupid. I feel like it was a foregone conclusion that rabbit was gonna eat it, was gonna bite it. All right. Here's Mazulft. I'm sure there are Dunmer cogs up here that we could grab, but that's not going to make very compelling footage for a permadeath, I don't think. So I'll do that off stream. You know, the storeroom though, I might check out the storeroom. It's quick, right? Nah, I'll skip it. We don't need to. I don't need to subject you to that. There's nothing in there. I'm gonna do some cross country here though. Hoofing it to Anselvand. God, that was hilarious. I've never seen that happen in Skyrim before. A rabbit climbs a tree, falls out, and dies immediately. As it was happening, I was thinking, I wonder if that fall is going to hurt that rabbit. And then it just crumpled and rolled down the hill. Very close. Looks like I just got to find another way up that mountain. Gotta watch out for spiders and wolves and bears out here. Oh my. Do a quick save because we've covered a lot of ground here, and I don't want to get a crash of that LOD issue. 7,000 hours and still see new things. Indeed, indeed. Improved steel plate gauntlets of major wielding. Ascendant Conjurer. Okay, this is going to be bad. Let's, Frost Magic. What else we got here? We need Resist. Shock. Maybe a paralysis poison. I know I have them. Yeah, we do. Just use these standard ones up before I go into the fancy ones that I've made. Level up Discord. Well done, Lucian. Thank you for not casting that poison cloud on me. That would have been awful. I think I'm going to do Lab Skeever before we head into the dungeon proper. Robes of Catastrophes. When you fall below 25% health, 30% chance to release an explosion. That sounds pretty cool. Of course, that entails being below 25% health, which in legendary difficulty means you're one shot away from being dead. Okay. Let's skeeve some labs, shall we? So I am going to activate Mortar and Pestle to activate the Lab Skeever perk. Which makes beneficial potions last 15 times longer for 20 seconds. So now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to buff myself up like crazy. We'll do Regenerate Health. We'll do Fortify Health. We'll do Fortify Magicka. We'll do Regenerate Magicka. Beneficial potions only. We'll do some Light Armor. We'll do Illusion. Gonna have to make some more illusion potions. One-handed for sure. Resist fire. 150% fire resistance. It's a little overkill. 65% frost. 65% magic. Yes, please. Poison, just in case Lucian gets a little trigger happy with that staff of vipers. Fortify stamina and regenerate stamina. Yes, please. All right. Now, we are a beast. Beast. Okay, lots of conjurers. I don't know if there are necromancers down here, but just a lot of rogue warlocks and such. Lua Alskaven herself is a necromancer. Oh, we have undead over here too. Now, this does not work on undead, but it might work to actually progress. The skill. Tight quarters, had to go first person. Sorry about that. I know that causes some people some discomfort. I want to see how well my Discord is progressing. 66 out of 340, not too bad. Could be better. Let's go ahead and track this so that we get messages up in the top left. More Atronach Forge recipes. We'll take that. Okay, now we're gonna have at least one Draugr over here and a mage. Oh, he got me through the wall. How about that? Ow! He got me through the wall and through the rock. That's some bullshit.
Radical suggestion here, but I was just wondering, have you considered not trying to murder me?
Trying to talk your way out of it. I like it, Lucian. Wow! Okay. Novice Storm Mage. Alright, he shouldn't be able to do too much damage to us here. So I'm going to use him as progression fodder. You okay over there, Lucian? You alright, bud? Looks like you're hung up on that candle there, huh? It's alright, happens to the best of us. Oh, another thing I like about CACO is that when you get those those alchemy recipes, they actually teach you the effects of the ingredients so that you know them when you're actually on an alchemy station. That's really cool. I wish that were a vanilla feature, actually. Mr. Panicked Monk, how you doing, bud? Hope you are having a great couple holidays here. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope you're about to have a Happy New Year. How are we doing on level progression? Pretty good. We're around 50% on our progression for the Discord spell here too. Lucian, you with me? Yes, he is with me. Looks like somebody already triggered this. Fine with me. Doesn't happen to me, but that's because I'm not among the best. And you too, sir. Nice. Magnanimous. Oh, yeah, you added some syllables to Magus's name there. I see what you did. I was like, did I miss someone? I'm shivering here. Okay.
Skaven. Who are you to disrupt my work? Begone, or I will add you to my army of the dead.
I am your father. No, I'm not really. All right. Well, that was kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. Army of the Undead, huh? Well, I'm plowing through your Army of the Undead without too much trouble right now. Wow, that electricity hurts a little more than... the last guy. And he's zapping all my magicka too, so I can't cast Discord. Okay. Oh, getting her with the poison. I like it.
Exhilarating.
Yeah, it was, right? Took some damage there. Rumbling the controller quite a bit too. Staff of the Familiar. Lucian can already cast a familiar on his own. He doesn't need a staff to do it. Minor conjuration, may as well take that. Okay, do I have anything I can disenchant? Just noticed I haven't seen Tom Mole in a bit. Has anyone seen him? I thought that I saw him on my last stream. That was 2 weeks ago. But I don't know that I actually ever really see him around outside of my streams. Does he frequent your streams, Melderoth? He might make the rounds, now that I'm thinking about it. Holidays are strange. It's like, if you don't see someone, you don't know whether to be worried about them or if they're just like, you know, taking their time to be with families and stuff. I haven't seen him recently. Okay. Shock is the worst in this crawl. Don't know why, but it just spanks me every time. Yeah. Shock is strong, especially if you're a mage character, because it zaps your magicka, right? But it also seems to hit harder. I'm with you. I feel like whenever there's a shock mage, they seem like they do a lot more damage than the other elements. And that could just be because the higher level mages tend to use shock. Could also be because shock resistance is tends to not be as common. I don't know. Get through some of this here real quick. Get some level progression in here. Okay. We are an alchemist, so we will be taking some of those ingredients there. I'll be coming back here and picking all the mushrooms and stuff here that I missed too.
Rise from your grave to defeat this worm.
Ow, ow.
We good? I think we're good. Clears throat. You defeat the magic user and begin to look around. Near the mage's lifeless body, you see a staff. There's something about it that you recognize. It seems familiar to you. I see what you're doing, Joe. Don't think I don't notice. Mr. Dad Joke Connoisseur over here. He's willing to write a whole paragraph just to make a dad joke. And clear his throat for his RP voice as well. Well, you know, when in Rome. Yes, indeed. All right. Ooh, I see a filled soul gem right there. It looks like a big one. Alright, well, I don't want to give someone the height advantage. I see what they're doing here, too. Oh, Lucian, I'm sorry, bud. Oh my goodness. Wow. Barely dodged that. Eat lots of pizza. Yes, that's what I would do if I were in Rome, for sure. Anybody down there? No, it doesn't look like it. Well. Ooh, we got a nimble bard, folks. Thank you, Lucian, for the courage. If I can get to the first level of Discord here and take that Arcane Pain perk for it, then I think we might take on that dragon that's at Bone Strewn Crest. That would be a cool test of our abilities. And let's see, what level are we at? 33. Once level 40 comes around, we're gonna start having to deal with random dragon encounters anyway. I would like to be prepared. I would like to at least know that we can do it before level 40. Oh, blocked it. Stuck in the terrain somehow. Can't back up for some reason. Okay. That was a tough customer. Did I get him? I think I missed. I feel like that Discord shot went like right through him. Yeah, well. Okay, do we have another Draugr up here? I thought there were two of them that were attacking me. No, maybe not. And that was an unbound Atronach, so we should be able to get some fire salts. Ooh, Blight Curse. Blight Curse is great, but we are not a restoration mage. So we won't be able to use it, but we will be able to sell it. Okay, on Fiori and Holgear. So the trick to this puzzle is you're using the order in which the animal totems appear in the story. So we have eagle, snake, whale, snake. Eagle, snake, whale, snake.
Dark and dank, if you will.
Eagle. Snake. Whale. Snake. Badger, 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 snake. Be prepared. Yes, indeed. Okay, so now we're going to have Lua Alskaven coming up very close here. I want to check to make sure that my potions and everything are still going. Those have less than a minute left on them. So let's re-up our lab skeever buffs here. Let's skeeve some lab. Harumph, mages and their staves. Indeed, right? I do believe it's time to make a drink. Be right back. Oh yeah, New Year's Eve at the Dire Doll residence, it sounds like. Okay. Lab skeever. Did that proc? It did indeed. Good. Sometimes it doesn't. I always try to be sure to do it before, or be sure that it procced before I come in here and like use all of it. Gonna have some work to do back at Ryek's End as far as I'm running low on some stuff. Now all this other stuff is just icing on the cake. What I really need is magicka resistance. So resist fire, resist frost, resist magic, resist shock. I'll go ahead and fortify and regenerate stamina. All right, we should be good now.
I thought
I would also like to...
saw something move over there. Perhaps just my imagination.
Get a Dremora ready to go as well for that fight, because Lua can be really tough. Another Atronach Forge recipe. I have a feeling that Immersive College of Winterhold adds the increased frequency of those in. Because I don't remember after discovering the Atronach Forge there being so many recipes that you find all over the place. Okay, Lua's gonna be a little bit deeper down in here, I think. Whoa, okay. Watch out for the traps there, Lucian. Tiptoes. We have sensitive skin. We're not really in the mood for a close shave right now. Definitely take the level progression there. We're very close to leveling up. That would be a nice little tactical tool to have. A full replenishment of magicka, stamina, and health. Destruction, we're not a destruction mage. I don't know if I would want to be throwing around Magus Shards anyway. A Magus Shard is a blast of raw energy dealing 20% damage. That does seem to be hurting, though, doesn't it? Or maybe it was just the fire from the trap that was getting it. That's doing a little damage. Not much. Okay, Discord has leveled up. Let's take advantage of that. Was that me that triggered that trap, or was that you, Lucian? That was probably me. Sorry, bud. Did I win yet? Working on it. Okay, so that was the main goal of using Discord over and over again, was getting this Phantom Pain perk here. Deals arcane pain damage to all targets. Yes, please. That will give us at least a ranged weapon to use against dragons. Oh, Lucian, I am sorry, bud, but that gets you back for killing me with that Viper Bolt. Kind of had it coming. All right, where did he go? I think Lucian got blasted into the terrain, or maybe he got turned into a Draugr. I feel like he got blasted through a wall somewhere. Alright, I'm sure he'll show back up. I am definitely looking forward to trying out this this Phantom Pain perk on Discord here. I'll take a key. Whoa! Alright, got poisoned. Alright, that is a decent amount of damage, not a lot. I think it'll get stronger. Ooh, that is a lot of Draugr. Ouch. Okay, no, he missed. Ooh, got me. Lucian, you're missing all the fun, buddy. Phantom Shroud, that's illusion. Ooh, making sneaking 30 for... yeah. This is Forgotten Magic. This might have some good effects that we can use, but we're not a sneaky character. Bards aren't sneaks. I'm going to go ahead and learn it now because it is an illusion spell. I'm going to have to look into what different perks I can get for that. What might actually help. Forgotten Magic Frost Armor. That's alteration. Can't use it, but we can sell it. Where's Lucian to help? I know, right? Ouch. Okay, we are 165% resistant to fire on top of our natural Dunmer resistance. And there's the level up. Nice. So fire is not going to hurt us at all for a few minutes anyway. Save progress. Not a bad idea. Especially after getting all those Forgotten Magic tomes. If I do have to reload and replay this, then those might not pop up again. Okay. That's where that key comes in handy. Our bard is not above a little bit of light grave robbery. Definitely taking the wine, we can increase our favor with sanguine. Yeah, nothing doing there. By just drinking alcohol. So we'll just have to count on Lucian catching up here at some point. Does Lucian have any kind of, like, teleport powers or spells like Inigo does? Ooh, that one hurt him a lot.
Huh? I knew it!
Blocking me. Wow, doing very little damage to her. Okay, how do I get up there? Alright, and more swinging blades. And more fire. Uh-oh. Please. Oh my god. Ow! Okay. Well, that was a nightmare pinball scenario there, wasn't it? Oh, you? Oh, I'm hungry? You're hungry now, DeRoss? Silly Draugr. Tricks are for kids. Alan Cook, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Do you have an item with you that can track Lucian? Yeah, there's a resonance sphere that can track him. But right now I think just knowing where he isn't going to help me too much. That sphere gives a map marker. Let's find Lucian Flavius. So he is in here somewhere. Yeah, he must have gotten bopped into the terrain, I guess. He should have a catch-up mechanic. Let's see if he doesn't have a power or something to teleport him. The sphere calls him to you? It does? Okay. I didn't know that. Lucian's resonance sphere. I don't know that the sphere actually calls him. I think it just it just toggles the map marker. Next loading door he should appear. Okay. Okay. It's been kind of a fun challenge just trying to solo this too, honestly. That dumbass Draugr is knocking me off that rafter. I was being so careful to, like, avoid the traps. I didn't even land on that thing. He just comes and triggers everything immediately. Oh, she went down easy. Divine armor is alteration, can't use it. Oh well. I keep hearing like footsteps falling behind me. Oh. You got top bunk, I guess, huh? I don't know if I've ever seen a Draugr on the top bunk.
I could not raise him, but I will raise an army to avenge his defilement.
I think the next perk I take for this spell is going to be the one that makes it affect undead. It's pretty effective in terms of dealing damage, like straight on, so hopefully it's effective against that dragon. All right, come on then. Lightly armed means light on your feet. Smart. Looks like there is a soul gem around here somewhere, casting all this light. But I don't see it. We'll take the hauberk, I guess. How are you splitting your points into health, magic, and stamina? Might try a bard run. Okay, so basically it's just a 1-to-1-to-1. And not even really that. I'm just taking the attribute with the least amount of points in it to keep it even. The bard is a very hybrid class. He uses melee combat just as much as he uses magic, just as much as he uses speech and alchemy. So you need the stamina, you need the magicka, and you need the health. Stamina, you need it for, you know, power attacking and dodge rolls, because there is no block for a bard, at least not in the Oblivion classes. So the light armor and the dodge rolls are your only means of protection. Okay. So it doesn't seem like Lucian's gonna be around. Let's do a quick save and a quick load, see if that pops him out. I don't think it will. But I can get the Dremora out using the Sanguine Rose. Does Lucian have a MCM? If he does, it might have an option to catch him up. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He's not all that powerful right now anyway, except for being legendary difficulty. He gets strong. He's got incoming and outgoing damage modifiers like any other NPC. Dremy, hey, there's Lucian. How about that? Maybe the reload helped. All right, quick save now. All right, we got the band back together. Looking good. How are my potions doing? Got 3 minutes on everything, and then the regeneration stuff, we got quite a bit longer. Yeah, I use Lucian MCM to have him call me Mittens. Oh, nice. Lucian gets lost on me often. Yeah, he doesn't use the Nether's follower framework, so he's kind of left to his own devices there. Inigo seems a little better about catching up, and you also have the teleport spell for him too. My paralysis poison is not hotkeyed like it used to be.
They burned his body before I could raise him. It should have been returned to me. You will not stop me from killing those who wage this pointless war.
Well, those ice storms hurt, and I don't have total immunity against those. And these high-level Draugr are going to be rough too. Okay, Lou is dead. Did that take care of the Draugr too? It did. Alright, so that went pretty well.
Thank you for releasing us from her spell.
Now we can rest in peace once again. Come, Fury, my love.
Take this with our gratitude.
Ghost Blade, huh? That might actually be a cool piece to use. Do I have anything I can disenchant? No. Alright, let's see what that does. That might be worth using. It's probably not going to be better than Dawnbreaker, I don't think, but it's worth a look. It's very light. This might actually be a good candidate for offhand, actually. It does 3 points of extra damage ignoring armor. Base damage is pretty good at 60. Not really anywhere close to Dawnbreaker. It's only 60 because it's on par with an Iron War Axe, actually. So it's not that great. The only thing it really has going for it is the lessened weight. 1 weight is pretty good, but can't disenchant it. That would be a pretty cool enchantment to have, just straight up extra damage. But I think the daggers that we're using are better with the enchantments and the base damage anyway, so yeah. A cool little oddity to have, I suppose. How's Encumbrance doing? Not great. Enchantment fodder. We'll leave the shield. Fury, where's the other one? Shadow Warlock stuff is cool. Might go well with our aesthetic too. I wonder how that how it compares to the Alpha Rogue set. I'll grab it and play with it a little bit. Still looking for the other Draugr. Oh, here he is. Whole gear of ice. I feel like I have that one already. That's just 2 months encumbrance. Okay. Anything off to the side here? Doesn't look like it. Let's move along, shall we? This is a cool little piece of history with a new story. This is actually a pretty great little side story here. That I think a bard would be all about, especially a bard with dark leanings like Duras here. And actually doing these Radiant quests for Urag, finding these books, that's going to take us to a lot of mages' dens. Water breathing is a good one. And that is good because it helps us stock up on our Forgotten Magic spell tomes. Gives us a chance at that Spectral Missile spell that I so desperately need. Okay, anything I can disenchant now? Because I'm getting real tight on my encumbrance now. I think Moorhead tells you if you've got the enchant. Yeah, I might have to look into that. Or one of the HUD mods. Yeah, some kind of extension to Sky... Not Sky UI. Yeah, maybe Sky UI. Stenvar's Necklace of Water Breathing. I think I want the enchant more than I want the money for finding that. I think that's a notice board thing. Well, Stenvar's never getting his necklace back. Sorry, Stenvar. You know, a build based off of the Ghost Blade might be pretty cool, actually. Let's get Lucian's marker toggled off here. Okay, so now we're gonna head back to Winterhold, but on the way I want to test our might against the dragon. Sorry, not sorry, Stenvar, indeed. Ordinator or Valkyrie? I prefer Ordinator. That's what I'm running. It enables more variety in buildcraft. So Ordinator is what I'm stuck on. I might at some point consider Valkrinator, but that's even a little too much. It's a little messy. There's some overlap that I don't like as much, so I tend to just stick with Ordinator. Easy as that. The OG. This is with Ordinator. Both systems are pretty good. Yeah, Valkyrie, if you like the Vanilla Plus thing, if you want something a little closer to Vanilla, little more balanced maybe, although still very powerful than Valkyrie, and all the Vanilla Plus suite stuff might be your thing. Otherwise, I'm running full overhauls from a nice Ion. Just because, like I said, it widens the capabilities for buildcraft. How are our needs? Mild hunger, moderate thirst. Let's take care of that. We haven't taken care of ourselves in a while. Not going to drink alcohol or skooma right before fighting a dragon. And right now is not the best time to fight the dragon. I might get a quick little catnap in before we fight that thing. Oh man, I don't have any water. Yeah, I do. I got water. May as well drink some wine while we're at it too. Raw leg of goat, don't want that. Raw rabbit leg, don't want that either. The bread. Nothing but just sweet stuff, I guess. Now is not a good time. Okay, so dusk, dawn and dusk have the most limited visibility of any time. Oh, look at the Zura Shrine way the hell out there. That looks cool. Up against the sunset. Don't think we'll hunt that guy down either. We need to prepare for this dragon. Do we have, thought we had like a bedroll or something around here, don't we? Yeah, here's the hay pile we can rest on. Yeah, dusk and dawn are the worst times of day in this load order for visibility. So I'm gonna just rest for a couple of hours before we take on that dragon. We're gonna have a little bit better visibility at 9 o'clock at night than we do at 7 o'clock. Yeah, even with the snow, the visibility is a lot better now than it was. Okay, so now time to take on the dragon. We're gonna do Lab Skeever once we get a little closer. We do have Discord doing direct damage now, and it's raw magic damage, so it's going to work just as effectively against frost dragons as it will fire dragons, which is good. Now on the way we might encounter some wolves.
It's so snowy.
It is snowy. It looks kind of pretty actually. I like Ordinator, but it's too much. I don't use anything anymore. So you just use the vanilla perk tree? See, my issue with just using vanilla is some things just don't work that well. I do use vanilla on my PS5. But, like, especially the criticals, the crit system is so, like, entirely useless and busted that several perks that just aren't even worth taking. Valkyrie at least fixes that, along with most other perk overhauls, so I would always use something if I had the option. I used Valkyrie when I was playing VR for a while. Oh, that poison cloud. That was my fault, Lucian, not yours. Just standing right in it. Standing right in his fart. I am gonna get over encumbered here real soon. You good, Lucian? I think you might have killed the Dremora, didn't you? Alright, well, we'll summon another one when we get closer to the dragon. I'm kind of nervous about this dragon fight, to tell you the truth. Valkyrie is really amazing, to be honest. What vanilla should have been, in my opinion. Yeah, it does have some out there ideas. And that's a lot of the overlap with Ordinator, I think. It's missing some things from Ordinator that I feel like I need. Spell Scribe, Lion's Arrow are two of them. Actually, it might have Lion's Arrow, but I don't think it has Spell Scribe. One or the other. Also, damage scaling for destruction. Valkyrie doesn't scale damage output according to your destruction skill. That's another big one that I miss from Ordinator. Valkyrie's kind of like vanilla in that way, where the only way to scale your destruction damage is to use alchemy. Lion's Arrow is there. Okay, so it must just be missing Spell Scribe. Spell Scribe's one of my favorites. All right. I'm gonna do a quick save. I'm gonna do Lab Skeever, and we're gonna buff ourselves to Oblivion and back. Especially with magic resistance. We're not going to be doing a ton of damage with our Discord spell. So we're going to need to stay alive for quite a bit. But hopefully this is a fire dragon, and we're more or less completely immune to fire when we're buffed up. Oh, I used up all my super strong fire spells. Man, I should have saved it. Oh well, should be okay. We have some natural fire resistance, I think like 25%. We got another 31%. Plus the magic resistance at 65%. We should be alright. Poison isn't going to help us, but just in case we encounter like a spider or something that's out there. Fortify stamina, definitely want some of that. And regenerate stamina, definitely want some of that. And how about some poisons here as well? If we can get the dragon to land, and we can get in close. What do we have? Frostbite venom. Potent spider venom. I think that's probably going to be our best bet right now. I want to get some slow poisons too. That deal more damage. That are more useful against things that are immune to paralysis, such as dragons. Okay. Oh, we need a new Dremora here too. Let's get that going. All right, here we go, guys. Our first dragon fight. Are we gonna make it? Oh, before I want to do a poll. I kind of want to do some poll on this. I don't know if I can do a poll in the pop-out. Engage with your audience. Let's see. Start a poll. Will we survive our first dragon? Poll is live. I'm gonna give this thing about, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. So vote on the poll. I'm actually gonna refresh my water, get a drink, and use the restroom. I'll be right back, okay? All right, hello folks. Thank you for the marketing there, Haster. Always appreciated. Let's go ahead and end this poll now. What do we got? 60%, I think. 60-40, huh? So we have 3 people voting yes and 2 people voting no. I actually have a pretty good feeling about this. Our magic resistance is on point. I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of dragon. He's going to be doing a lot of damage with his breath attacks, right? Our light armor is buffed up. Health is buffed up. Our damage output with swords is buffed up. The only concern I have is damage output, right? Until he lands, anyway. Hopefully Lucian is effective with those staves and he's got enough charge in them. He's also got a firebolt and a hailstone that he can use if he's got the magicka for it. The Dremora isn't going to help. He's going to run some interference, but he's not going to help until the dragon is grounded. And I'm not running any dragon mods. So these are all vanilla dragons. They just have a lot of health, and the breath attacks can be pretty dangerous. And then flying enemies, of course, present a challenge for melee builds. Okay, so let's get this started. I do have a level up. I probably have a lover stone that I can use too. Ooh, it's a blood dragon. All right, so this is a little stronger than just your regular run-of-the-mill dragon. Doing a little bit of damage, not much. Got some wonky auto-aim going on there. Lucian using that Staff of Magnus like a champ. Okay. He's already about halfway landed there too. Okay, he's coming in for a landing. Let's get in there. Oh, giants. Okay, dragon went down easy. Now I have to take care of this giant. Ooh. I'm poisoned somehow. Ouch. Okay, the dragon might end up being a harder deal than the rest of them there. 2, 3, 4 or 5. I'm not sure. I think it was 4. Woo, okay. Alright, so the lab skeever stuff really helped a lot. We also got some help from this giant here, although he tried to kill us at the end of it. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. We are not Dragonborn though, so we're not going to be absorbing his soul. Alright, so this actually works pretty well, I think. Lucian, I'm gonna need you to carry some stuff for me.
Of course.
It's not legendary. Karn's just that good. Got a lot of stuff here that I thought I was going to be able to disenchant, but turns out I already had the enchantments for it. Okay, so save some encumbrance. Still pretty high on encumbrance, though. I got a lot of inventory management to do after this is over. Okay, well that went pretty well. Dem bones, dem dragon bones. Oh god, that's a mammoth. Seen enough bloodshed. I do want to get back up to the actual bone stream crest there. I think there's a boss chest up there. So alright. Your giant buddy there. Skeevers are almost invisible against the terrain. Your giant buddy there attacked me. I don't have no beef with you. A giant goes where he wishes. Indeed, he does. I'm not going to stop him. Okay, so that was a blood dragon too. That wasn't even just a base dragon, and we handled them pretty well. The key is going to be surviving those breath attacks, I think, until we can ground them. Discord works pretty well, I think. It wasn't doing much damage, but it was doing enough to whittle him down enough to get him grounded. And then, as long as we can keep Lucian's staves charged, we should be alright. I feel like I'm missing the path up here. Hard to see at night, I suppose. Yeah, that went pretty well. Okay, so that was just mostly testing the waters. In order to see if we could take on dragons, and I think we're all right. I think we're good. Just got to make sure that we're keeping a good supply of potions on us and that we go in prepared, which is going to be easier said than done against random dragon attacks. But if we have plenty of potions, we should be able to just, you know, chug them as needed without lab skeever. Okay. Just want to double check one more time. I'm feeling a little OCD about leaving this chest here. Yeah, we're good. All right, so now let's just hit the Kynes Grove carriage stop here. We'll head back to Winterhold, and we'll probably bed there for the night. And then we'll figure out what Urag has next for us. He should have deciphered some of Shalador's writings by then, too. See what he gives us for that. Took a call. What did I miss? Uh-oh. Well, yeah, you missed taking on a giant and a dragon. We were able to survive that fairly unscathed. We're feeling good about the we're feeling good about fighting dragons now, I think. As long as we're prepared. If we're prepared, we'll be good. If not, could be tough. All right, heading east now to find that trail that heads to Windhelm. Gonna be taking the carriage stop to, or the Kynes Grove carriage stop to Winterhold, where we're gonna be spending the night. See what else Urag has for us, but we're probably pretty close to done with the Radiant quests there. So once we're done with Urag's stuff. I'm not going to harvest the ingredients from the wolves because I am already very encumbered. Some of these other ingredients, though, I'm not going to hesitate taking because they weigh next to nothing. And here's our road. Good, good. Where were you during that dragon attack? Vigilant. Not very vigilant. Okay, better do a quick save here just so I don't lose any of that progress if we crash. Yes, I am definitely still on legendary difficulty. Boom. I have been considering some difficulty mods. Malderoth actually did help me out quite a bit with some mods that he uses for added difficulty. But more so because I want to integrate Shadow of Skyrim, the Nemesis system, into my non-permadeath stream profile. And I want death to be a normal part of the playthrough for that profile. Now, I haven't really considered adding too much in the way of difficulty to my permadeath streams because we haven't made it very far too often. I have to look to see where our Breton Rogue ended up, but the Dunmer Bard here is actually living a pretty good long life, and he's pretty strong to boot. If you can manage the defense, I think a Bard is a pretty strong class for permadeath. Just because that combination of alchemy and illusion is super strong. Once you get Master of the Mind, anyway. And alchemy is just so strong by itself. But yeah, if you have a dodge mod or something you can use for defensive options, because light armor is not that great unless you can get alchemy leveled up high enough to buff it up. Yeah, defense is the main concern. Okay, let's head to Winterhold. Here we go. What difficulty mods do you have now? Yeah, just Wildcat is the main one. I'm trying to think of anything else. Ordinator can be considered a difficulty mod because those perks do apply to NPCs. And things like Dragon Priests taking advantage of distorted shape. I don't want to go into it right now, but it's when you cast a flesh spell on yourself, you become invulnerable for 10 seconds. That can be a real pain in the ass to deal with. They apply with I think SPID actually increases the amount of perks that are available to NPCs, but with Ordinator by itself, those perks do actually apply to
back in its day.
to enemies.
I wish I'd
Just
been
not
around to
all of
see
them,
it.
just the ones that don't really cause issues. And distorted shape is one of them. So yeah, Dragon Priests are completely invulnerable for 10 seconds after they cast a flesh spell on themselves, as well as some higher level mages. So I wouldn't consider Ordinator a difficulty mod though, because it strengthens the player way more than it strengthens NPCs. Olivia, we can do her
My sincerest
quest
apologies, but I need time alone to think.
Oh.
Meet me in the Arcanium later if you have something you wish to discuss.
All right, all right. Let's see if Urag. It looks like Urag is still available by the quest marker there. He's still in the Arcanium, so he hasn't turned in for the night. Your Skyrim looks so pretty when it snows and oh yeah, I love it, especially at night under the moonlight when it just has that light little flurry of snow. A full-on blizzard is basically blinding. You cannot see more than a foot or two in front of you when there's a blizzard in my game, but the light snow is absolutely gorgeous for sure. And thank you. I don't take credit, too much credit for it, other than just being diligent about applying the Nulvis guide. But yeah, Vector, who is the author of the Nulvis guide, deserves basically all of the credit for how my game looks. Here's the book you were looking for.
Looks like you're still in one piece.
Barely.
More importantly, so is the book. Thank
Oh,
you.
thanks. Okay. Have you made any progress translating Shalador's work yet?
It's coming along slowly. I expect there will be some results soon.
Okay. Well, let's, is there any other college business I can assist
There are
with?
more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium.
Sure, I could do some adventure.
All right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed. Good hunting.
Good hunting, he says. All right, we're gonna go get some rest. We'll come back up and visit Urag tomorrow morning and see if he's made any more progress on the Shalador work there. Where did this one go? Glories and Laments, and where can I find that? Orothime, that's a ghost lair, I believe. Sild the Warlock over here. Is that Orothime? I think that's Orothime. Could be mistaken. Love SPID mods. Yeah, something that makes bandits and human enemies a little more powerful. Maldorath gave me some ideas, and I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I do have them noted down for future modding. Haven't gotten there yet. The projects that I'm doing outside of the Permadeath streams right now is... so the order of operations is getting the Druid... Triumvirate Druid build guide out. That's coming along very well. There's a lot of nuance to the Druid. There's so much nuance to it. And just the nature of the Druid itself, and that they are so highly adaptable. Oh man, I meant to go sleep at the college, not go down to the inn. And the whole, like, the Druid is supposed to be adaptable, like the like the most adaptable class because of all the shape-shifting that it can do. There are a lot of different forms to go over, a lot of different play styles to go over for the druid. And I'm looking forward to sharing that all with you, but it's been a long playthrough to make sure that I can get all the perks and everything that that might have some synergy with the triumvirate spells, some other apocalypse spells that have synergy with it, and just ways to round out how to approach things like automata and undead because of the bramble growth spells, which is like your main method of dealing damage, only applies to like living enemies. So there's a lot of nuance to it, but I am hoping to get that out within the next month or two. I'm about ready to tie a bow on the playthrough. There's just a few more perks that I want to get, which requires some more leveling or at least respecking. So I might have to do the Dragonborn quest line and everything to do that. Haven't prayed in a while. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure Sanguine's happy. How are we at? 89.9%, so basically 90% for Sanguine. Let's do a little bit of morning drinking to make Sanguine even happier. It's gonna be a while before we're fighting anything, so yeah, up to about 92%. All right, I'll take it. $9 a.m. Let's see. Probably well hydrated, but probably need to also eat a little. A lot of carbs. Gonna have to stop by the inn soon, just to replenish our supply of food. Colette, can I sell you some stuff?
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, not interested.
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
So that's number one. The Druid build guide is the first thing on my to-do list.
All right, then.
Outside of the Permadeath streams. After that, we have a Scorpion build that I want to do. And I also want to get the next dot minor upgrade to my mod list. So there's just a few more mods I want to integrate into my current profiles. Just a few armor mods, HDD physics to take advantage of some of the cooler armor mods that I haven't been able to use without it. And that's probably about it. So some modding there, Scorpion, Druid, and then I can work on Shadow of Skyrim.
Archmage, just let me know.
With the difficulty mods. So got a lot on my plate.
Hello, friend.
Hey there, Urag. Any progress?
We were able to figure out the last text you brought in.
Yeah?
I thought the least I could do is pass the knowledge along.
When books are strewn about
Alright, so Shalader's Insights Conjuration 3. What do we get for that? Not books, I don't think. Are they scrolls? Ah, there we go. Increase the duration and decrease the cost of conjuration spells for 120 seconds. All right, so not great for how much work that was. But what this will do is it will basically add charges. It will make it so that our charges, the uses that we have for the Sanguine Rose will cost less of the charge on the staff, so we get more charges if we use that before we conjure the Dremora.
I'm sorry. It's just the professor.
The Dremora doesn't seem that strong, by the way. He always seems like he's the first one to go, which is kind of serves his purpose in that way, I suppose. Okay, and I wanted to do Olivia's stuff here too.
professional training. Confound it all! This page too! That makes 5 in total. This is unacceptable!
Is something the matter?
A page from one of these texts, and 4 others, torn right from the spine. I've consulted with Urog's apprentice girl, and she insisted, rather emphatically,
Urog's apprentice girl.
that none of these tomes have been checked out for years. I told the girl that wouldn't preclude a thief from browsing the cases.
You know, mistakes happen. She's trying her best.
I don't blame her, though. It's the head librarian's duty to keep more sensitive texts behind sealed doors.
Yeah.
Or perhaps it's the fault of the one who trained him. In either case, the result is the same. It is as I feared. Someone has managed to steal key pages from the writings of Trectus.
The writings of Trectus, huh? Trectus is not the king of worms, that's Manny Marco. The birth name of the mage Shalador. I think that's actually the correct answer there. Trectus, a forgotten name of a powerful man, founder of the guild. No, the founder of the guild was Archmage. Was that Galder? I don't think it was Galder, but it wasn't Trectus. Okay, so as a bard, we're actually... I'm gonna say birth name of the mage Shalador.
Shalador created Labyrinthian, and his imprint echoes across Skyrim. But I speak of another.
Oh, I guess I was
Trectus
wrong.
is the birth name of Vanus Galarian.
Galarian!
Former Sigic monk, student of Iachasis.
So it was the
and
founder of the guild.
Mages Guild.
Okay. It was. I was Trectus is Vanus. Vanus Galarian, yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna just say that. Okay, so as a bard, he respects history, lore, and he's quite scholarly, actually. So he's not gonna say just some dusty old book. He's gonna respect the book, he's gonna respect history. How was it Master Groshub made such an obvious error?
It is not an error. It's far more likely that Urog holds an opposing position regarding the substance of these texts. Not to mention a stubborn refusal to recognize that a controversial theory might actually have merit.
Yeah, that's quite often a misstep. Completely disregarding something that you don't agree with and failing to fully consider it is often a huge misstep. So what controversial theory do you speak of?
The majority
He doesn't
of
want to get
scholars are
into
split
like
between two
a
disparate
full-on
camps.
conversation with this
Some
woman.
believe the texts
Not
are
that
worthless
scholarly,
scribbles
but
written by a child.
he does want to help
one who
out.
had yet to grasp the vastness of his destiny. Others contend that the author is not Vanus himself, but a pretender hoping to profit from the mage's name.
Okay.
Both camps, however, are in agreement that the texts themselves have no intellectual merit.
Okay, so why are you even bothered by this at all?
There are some, however, who attribute the text to a different origin. Not the young Trectus, but the elder Vanus Galarian. The theory states that Vanus wrote the text in the guise of his younger self, precisely so that scholars would question its authenticity. By diverting
It's an
the eyes
interesting
of
ruse.
those who seek power.
Yeah, this isn't
provided an extra layer
vanilla
of
Lunar. This is
security
from interesting
in addition to
NPCs.
the cryptic nature of the text itself.
Okay, so what exactly is in these texts?
I mentioned the pages from 5 separate texts were stolen.
Mhm.
This is no coincidence. I'm sure you can divine why.
One for each school of magic, huh?
Exactly.
Ah.
According to the theory,
Not just
there was
some
purpose
dumb
to
loot player
Galarian's
here, are we?
decision to divide his childhood journals into 5 parts. Contained within each was a tale that alluded to spells and techniques authored by a specific school.
Okay, and how does that relate to the text?
It is well known that Galarian's gifts for magic were quite diverse. He could restore a rose to full bloom not long after burning it aflame, all the while fooling the mind into believing its scent had rotted away.
Ah, so in other words, the spells involve multiple disciplines, so you can actually learn spells that combine like aspects from destruction and illusion and stuff like that, which would be very useful to us.
The theory goes that Galarian was on the verge of completing 5 new spells, one for each school. Spells of such tremendous power that even the immortal armies of Manimarco would countenance their fear. Unfortunately, Galarian's obsession with his nemesis deprived him of his patience. Nevertheless, before he embarked on the great battle, he left notes encoded in 5 works, so others could continue his research.
Okay. Any idea who stole the pages?
I have an inkling. I was able to glean some clues based on my interviews of the residents of Winterhold, who seem far more observant of mages than the faculty. I sent my assistant, Jado Ra, to investigate the matter further, but I fear something grave has befallen him.
Okay. So I'm guessing you want me to go find out what happened to him.
Finally, someone with initiative. I need someone to scout the area he was investigating. Your
anything for a good story.
Paramount. If the mage in question is
at meta magic, yes.
Do not attempt to confront him, even if Jado Ra is in imminent danger.
This quest actually does give you some pretty good spells to use too. I'm not sure if it gives you any illusion spells, but it does have some interesting ones. Okay, don't we need your assistant alive to find out what he's learned?
The Khajiit is a crafty one. He will leave clues behind even in death.
Okay.
Yet if you sacrifice both your lives, both your efforts will be squandered.
That is a very pragmatic and almost cold way of seeing it, but alright, let me see what I can find out.
Good. Jado Ra last left for Solitude.
Jado Ra?
But it is unlikely he is still there. I would start with the caverns near the shoreline. If you find him, and find him well, he may ask for a passphrase.
If he's working undercover, I can see how a passphrase would be useful.
Yes. The problem is, I seem to have forgotten that
You're kidding me.
Khajiit word he gave me. So in exchange, I ask you to tell him this. Tell him how, when I met him, I mocked his whiskers, how they were as black as an Imperial's hair. Tell him that his eyes are so narrow that even when he laughs, he looks unhappy. Yet their color still shines as bright as the sun.
Oh.
If he finds that too sentimental, tell him he was more valuable as a rug. And when he accidentally lights
Where
his
are you
on
going?
fire, he would no longer be worth anything to anyone.
Okay, so maybe not as cold and pragmatic as, yeah, there was some sentiment there. Jado Ra in the caverns north of Solitude. Okay. Let's see, got about 30 minutes left in our streaming window here. I wonder if Urag can give us an inkling as to where we can find more Shalador's writings, because some of those scrolls might become very useful.
Good to see you.
Oh, no.
Get some water from him, though, at least.
Actually, I've forgotten what I was looking for. What's that?
Nothing else about Shalador. Okay.
Malakath, watch over you.
Malakath. Thanks, I guess. If I had one entity watching over me, I would not want it to be Malakath. I would take Sanguine over Malakath. At least I'd be having fun. Malakath is a recipe for... it's just basically prescribed suffering, is all Malakath is. He's the pariah, the prince of... Daedric prince of pariahs, basically. You're just going to be an outcast. I feel like Malakath is the entity that keeps the orcs from progressing as a society and ultimately to blame for their downfall in every single incarnation of Orsinium or any sort of advanced society. It's all Malakath's fault that they can't maintain something like that. Some backwards ass shit. But I suppose I'd want Malakath over someone like Boethia. Or even Mafala. Alrighty. Oh yeah, Magus, by the way, the polling is really easy to do on YouTube. It's basically 2 button clicks. But that's really the only kind of interaction features that you have besides just putting stuff in chat. I wish it had more built-in like bot functions.
Odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Like Twitch has way more features with audience interaction than YouTube does, but it's a step in the right direction. Mafala is pretty cool. Yeah, it is, but think about just constantly being worried about being backstabbed. It's kind of like the same as Boethia to me. It's cool. It's cool to explore the ideas, and it's like this dark thing that is like interesting to explore. But if you think about actually living like that,
take a seat and get the cold
it would be so stressful. It would be like oppressively stressful.
I told you what you wanted to know. What else could you want?
I figured it was. It's fairly easy on Twitch too. Just never do it myself. Well, it takes you out of the game for a little bit, right?
Take a look.
956. You know what? I should be grabbing soul gems here too. I still don't. Oh, I'm selling them? No, I want to buy them. I mean, the great houses used to live like that up to the Red Year. Oh, yeah. I mean, Dunmer society was all about, like, assassinations, backstabbing. And it was all, like, legally sanctioned, too. Yeah, I can't imagine living like that. That would be rough. I am all about civilization. I kind of wish I were living in less interesting times on that note. If I could live an uneventful, quiet, peaceful life where nothing interesting ever happened, I'd probably be pretty happy about it. All right.
All right then.
Are we running low on meat?
Okay, so encumbrance is a little better now. Off stream, I'm gonna have to go back to Ryek's End. A lot of inventory management, a lot of selling things off. We'll do some training and stuff too. Okay. What are we doing now? Still trying to find cogs for Arniel. That might be something to do for next stream, is just going around to different Dwemer ruins and seeing if we can find some cogs for Arniel. What's next though? We have another book to find for Urag over here in the Glories and Laments section. Or I'm sorry, over here in Oratheim. That's just south west of Morthal. But we also now do have this Forgotten Lore quest for Olivia for the Mages College. So we have our work cut out for us a little bit. This one has us... Okay, so we are traveling to Solitude here. Okay, that'll give us a chance to sell some stuff off. It's still fairly early in the day. I'll try to quickly sell off some of our heavy stuff so that we can do a dungeon dive. Usually too busy to handle it. Yeah, I mean... like... Preferably, ideally, you'd want to have like a moderator handle that stuff for you, right? While you can just concentrate on the game. It can make for a more enjoyable experience for the audience, though. Wynn's really good about having the interactive stuff. I would like to add some more bots to this at some point, but like I said, I mean, I'm just too busy with actual content creation to think about improving my stream. But this is easy. This is just a few button clicks. And I do have a dual monitor setup, so all I have to do is just pause my game and move the mouse over, and it's super easy. It's like no reason not to do it. Okay, cities. We're going to Solitude. Check in on our Bardley buddies. Maybe if the marketplace is bumping a little bit, we'll serenade the customers over there. Work for some tips with a new song about Lua Alskaven and grief-stricken lovers. Since my schedule is earlier now, I don't get many admin early on. The bots and all the added frills of Twitch, I don't really care for. You lose track of the game and it becomes a free-for-all. Yeah, especially if you're trying to do it all on your own, right? I just kind of want to add some things like sound alerts on cooldown. It would be nice if the 8-ball stuff worked again, or I could at least disable it. I can't even do that now. Stream Elements is kind of borked. I would like to move off of Stream Elements completely, but its overlays work really well. Okay. Gerardemain.
Good to see you again, friend. Well, you've come to the right place.
Speech is at 79. All right. You guys are all out and about spending money, so
Should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Perhaps you could spare a tomato for a priest of the divines.
Perhaps if I were a little more blessed, I could afford to give away my fruit. As is, you'll have to pay, Roland.
I love that. All right. This is a little ditty I like to call Love is Grief and Grief is Love.
Some more tomatoes, though.
My mother always used to say that too.
Little, yeah, a little upbeat for such a somber subject material, right? Can't stand the slap and cheese and Wabbajack editions.
Tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages.
As simple as I have it, it just works. Yeah, sure. I think though, if you have like just sound alerts just on like a proper cooldown, okay, we didn't do too bad there. I think we got like a gem and some septums. Yeah, if you just have like just sound commands on a cooldown, it's not too crazy. It can be funny if you have the right sound alerts there. But yeah, like the dice rolls and things like that, that's a little,
the finest weapons and armor.
Especially for like a permadeath. That's like too much for me. It can be fun. I just don't have that kind of stream, right? Mine's a little more like tactical, slow-paced, tense, and then the humor and stuff is supplied by me. That's kind of what I'm going for. It's cool technology, and it works for some people. It works really well for some people. Like in certain Win streams, that can be fun too.
How may I help you on this fine day?
But yeah, I don't think it's a good fit for probably either of our streams, really. It would feel kind of forced, out of place. Okay, how's encumbrance now? Much better. All right, I think that's good enough. We got about 20 minutes. Let's see if we can actually get down to... Wait, how's our gold doing? 16. Not a lot for training. I'll have to do some training off stream. Let's see how close we can get to that cave that, what's his name, Dradro Ra is in. If I were partnered and doing it for a living, then yeah, I might add stuff like that in, but that's not really my style at the moment, yeah. I mean, it's super low overhead for you and your kind of thing. All you basically have to do is just start up the stream and get going. And it works. I mean, your viewership is pretty good. You're usually between 30 and 40 viewers per stream, right? Like at any one moment. And then depending on raids and stuff like that, that can go up and go down if it's like a little too early. You're not getting the West Coast people, but you got a pretty good regular crew there. And 30 to 40 is a pretty good sweet spot there for discoverability, I think, too. I think if the gameplay is good and the commentary is good and people are having fun and learning from the game, you don't really need anything else like that, right? Oh, I've been sneezing a lot lately. The hardest part of what I do is linking in the various discords. Yeah, viewership has skyrocketed once I hit the 1,000 mark. The algorithm seems to escape. Yeah, it's kind of the same with YouTube too. You get a big bump at 1,000, and then you get another big bump at 2,000, and then if you're using the tools properly and you're good at clickbaity thumbnails and titles for things, then it can skyrocket from there. Talos, bless you, thank you. Exactly, even without a face cam. Yeah, I mean, as long as they can clearly hear you and your commentary's on point, your game looks good. Especially with you tend to be very educational about modding and stuff like that. And you're very good about helping people with their questions. You have a nice conversational tone that people seem drawn to. I don't think you need much more than that, honestly. I tend to add in bells and whistles just because I think it's a fun project to do, but not everybody's into that. And then after a bit, my patience always wears thin for that too, and I like the low overhead of just, you know, being able to turn it on and go. Oh, we're gonna take on the pirates, huh? Let's take on some pirates. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I almost said I didn't mean it as a compliment. It is a compliment, and I definitely, you know, wasn't trying to criticize you or anything, and it probably was a nice sentiment. And the sentiment was genuine and everything there too, but I was just making an observation. I wasn't even just trying to be nice, you know? It's like how Farrell's streams are. He doesn't have much more than I do. Cam, some more emotes and point reward. Yeah, he's got some scenes set up too with like different gameplay compilations and stuff, which would be fun. That'd be cool to do. I might implement something like that at some point instead of my just generic be right back screen. Just have like a compilation of different highlights and stuff. Hey Dubers, what's going on?
Now ain't that a surprise? Gonna rescue?
Ah, no, I'm gonna die. That was a really bad idea.
I can't.
I should have let Lucian lead with that one. Can I stop? Yeah, I am bugged to hell right now. Okay. No, now we're good. That was a bad idea. So I went in there. Lucian immediately sprayed me with poison. And I was locked in that animation, so I couldn't get out of it. Alright, so we're just going to have to be kind of careful now. At least we killed the guy that the ancestors were wanting us to kill. Yeah, his BRB highlights are amazing. Plus, the guy is really talented with that stuff. I'm not. I consider it less of a talent. It's just a lot of technical knowledge. I wouldn't say he has any more talent for that stuff than you do. He just has more of a tolerance for doing it, I would say. He might even enjoy it. Some people are really into that creative stuff, like Bayofish was. There's a certain amount, like a base level of intelligence. I would say if you can figure out this modding stuff, you can figure out the streaming bots and stuff like that. There's not much of a difference in terms of technological ability. It's just a matter of having enough interest to follow up on it and learning about it. No Solitude Sewers, please. That's where my last bard died. His Requiem stuff is pretty solid the way he RPs and just plays the game itself. Yeah. And if I ever wanted to venture away from Permadeath, I think that Shadow of Skyrim would be a really good way to do that. I think that would be a really cool stream, just like roleplay, just play streams. And it keeps everything like interesting. It's always giving you something to do if you're dying a lot with that system, with that mod installed. It's always giving you motivation to like level up to finally go back and kill this enemy and get your stuff back, or to remove the debuffs caused by dying in that game. Kind of like the alternate death system that I was running with my Khajiit monk that I had back in the day before I was doing permadeath stuff. Just right now, I'm really enjoying the tactical nature and the tense moments of permadeath on Legendary. And I can mix in some roleplay stuff in there too. What I've seen of Farrell's streams too is he does a good job with all that too. And he's just real chill. He's a cool guy. Requiem is another thing. It's like so right now I'm just enjoying Ordinator too much, and I'm really into finding synergies and builds that queue off of different synergy, different perks in Ordinator and different elements from Anirim. So I'm gonna be Anirim with Ordinator for quite a while, but once I've had my fill of that, I might look into like Requiem type stuff. It's really compelling to me, the challenge of all of it. I think as long as you like what you do, others will too. Yeah. So I don't really have any need to change. I'm really enjoying the permadeath stuff. I'm really enjoying the Anirim builds. And there's still a lot of it out there. I'm not going to get bored of it anytime soon, but I will eventually. Especially because I don't think that Skyrim is going, or I'm sorry, that Starfield is going to make me stop playing Skyrim, even though that's going to be the next latest, greatest BGS effort. I will play the hell out of Starfield. I might even stream it now and then if I can find some extra nights to do it, but I think I'm going to stay Skyrim-centric for quite some time. Elder Scrolls 6? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to jump ship on Skyrim even to play Elder Scrolls 6, to be completely honest with you. I might play it alongside for a while. We just don't know how the modding community is going to take to the quote-unquote new BGS. So there are rumors of even another Skyrim update with maybe even official DLC coming. Or even just like a creation club-like marketplace, more paid mods that's going to necessitate even more updates to the EXE. If they're doing that crap constantly with their new games, then the Skyrim modding community might not translate over to their new games. If that's the case, we might be playing Skyrim for a really long time. In perpetuity. I love playthroughs because one, you take it seriously. I love your playthroughs because one, you take it seriously and interact with NPCs. Two, the game looks amazing. And three, interact with chat. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of exactly what I'm going for. So I'm glad you're picking up on all that. That's exactly what I'm going for. Serious tactical considerations along with role-playing and actually talking and having conversations with NPCs. A little bit of both. That's actually how I kind of play when I'm doing on my own, when I'm playing on my own too. It's just commentating on it and kind of I'm trying to keep the spirit of old school Couch Warrior alive. I really enjoyed his fleet playthrough before everything got like really cinematic because he walked through what his character was thinking as he was playing. And I really try to do a lot of that too. Wow, Discord took him out in one hit. I like it. I feel like I have completely passed where I was supposed to be going. What am I looking for? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have completely passed it. All right, so I think that for the time I have left, we're just going to find... Is this like Green Spring Hollow or something like that? We're going to find where Olivia's apprentice ended up and... we'll go from there. Next episode, I think. But for right now, I just want to find where the hell I'm supposed to be going. Can I just do that, please? Caverns north of Solitude. It is definitely on this side of the mountains. Can't get a good angle on it. Steep fall, maybe. Unfortunately, can't stay. Heading out. Happy New Year, all. Oh, yeah, you too, Lunar. Have a great celebration. Have a great New Year, and I'll see you around. Can't watch many who fast travel myself. Breaks any type of immersion and investment I might personally have in a character. Yeah, I do it only to avoid retreading ground that I just covered. Otherwise, I'll be traveling like a real person. Still miss CW stuff. Sad he seems to have moved on from it. Yeah, I mean, there's still a fairly decent chance that he's going to get restless and want to create some content at some point. Seems like he's really into the whole tabletop thing right now. Which is cool. You gotta follow your passion. Oh my goodness. It would have been cool to see what he was planning on doing with his tabletop group. I feel like it would have been like a Critical Role type thing. But he is really good at character creation. he's got a huge talent for creating compelling and extremely unique character concepts. And a lot of that came from his experience with Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. So I feel like his tabletop stories and his kind of production quality and everything with that probably would have beaten out the Critical Role stuff that I've seen. The problem is it's just less visceral than something that you get with like produced Skyrim content, right? Just wish he finished Ascendance. Yeah, I think he tied up a lot of loose ends. There are a few that he left, but for the most part, before he picked it back up again, I think he tied off. A lot of the characters had satisfying endings, I would say. There was a send-off that he did, and then he picked it back up, and then there was a lot of stuff like the Castian stuff were kind of left up in the air and things like that. But I think he did a better job putting a cap on the Ascendance stuff than he did with just about every single one of his other series. The Fleet series was my favorite, just because, like I said, I liked the tactical and roleplay. Like, what was this character thinking as he was playing? It was like educational with like, okay, this is how I want to play Skyrim, and I was watching that series and listening to his commentary, and it was teaching me the best way to play this game for me. And that's what I kind of missed. The produced stuff, like the pure entertainment stuff, was really, really good. His production value was out of this world, and like I said, his character concepts were second to none. The way he could come up with like a visceral, like really cool looking, really unique looking character, and like even like play styles and stuff like that was really like better than anything I'd ever seen and have since. But he left a lot of stories untold. Like Fleet never got a conclusion. Ashes really never got a huge conclusion. And like the Barbarian series and stuff that got absorbed into Ascendance, that all started off as like as individual series that never really got completed, and that just kind of got rolled into Ascendance with like an alternate beginning and things like that. Yeah, finishing a series was never his strength. He would always jump onto something new, and just kind of had to deal with it. But it was still totally worth it for the concepts and the education on role playing and things like that. I like that. And the Passage was another excellent one. That was one he actually finished. I think that was the only one he actually really finished. But yes, that was highly tactical and educational as well too. That was a lot like a new incarnation of the Fleet series. That's what I came to love about his channel and the Fleet Aranis Arcana stuff. Exactly that. Funny enough, that was a console then PC adventure. Fleet was? Yeah. Passage was on PC, but it started vanilla. It definitely started vanilla. But I think he did play it on PC first. That was with the SE upgrade, before there were like any mods for it or anything. Passage was console to start? I know Fleet was. I didn't think Passage was. That was well after he'd moved to PC for the Fleet series, though, for sure, because he was still playing Fleet on LE. You might be right. It was definitely a vanilla start. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for me. We're just about out of time. I got 2 more minutes left in my 3-hour window. We are here at Green Spring Cave, I believe. This is where we're to meet Olivia's apprentice. We'll pick up right here next week, I believe. I don't think I have anything going on next weekend, so we should be able to pick up right here next time. I got some inventory management and stuff to take care of off stream, but should be ready for it. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. If you did happen across this video in the archive or across the stream and you're just lurking or whatever, and you're new here, do click around in the description below. There's a lot of good Skyrim content down there. There's written fanfic by our own Miss Caladran there. There are Twitch links to both Magus and Maldaroth. They both have awesome Twitch channels and streams fairly regularly. Streams that I always enjoy, and I make them whenever I can. So if you enjoyed the chat, you'll see a lot of the usual suspects over there as well. So please do click around down there. Leave some of those people some follows and things like that. Check it out. You might like it. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Take care. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And stay safe. See you guys.